Thank you. Om Gyanat Timirandasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Gadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam. He Krishna Karna Sindhu Din Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kantha Radha Kantha Namastute. Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishbhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advait Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhaktivedanta. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare. So just heads up, the slides are busy. These chapter slides are busy. Too much is written in one slide. So, but there's nothing that could have been cancelled out. So everything was what is there needed to be there. This is my 7th round of doing this, and I've tried to edit, but there's nothing that I can edit out. Okay, so please forgive me if you find it too hard to understand. But maybe you can go back and understand the chapter, because chapter is not difficult. So Vishwarupa Sandarshan Yoga, the universal form, chapter 11. This is what we did yesterday, the opulences of the absolute. Krishna is unknowable and the source of all. He says, I am the source of everything. Sorry, and me no one knows. Then we did Chatur Shloki, Sambandha Abhideya Prayojan established, and verse 8th to 11th, pure bhakti, the essence of Bhagavad Gita. And then we did Arjuna accepts Krishna as Krishna's supreme position. He prays, he offers obeisances, and he asks, how can I meditate you? Can you reveal more and more opulences of yours so I can meditate on you? And Lord Krishna describes his vibhutis, his opulences. Today, Arjuna requests Krishna to show his universal form. And Lord Krishna first describes the universal form and gives Arjuna then the vision to see the universal form. And then Arjuna sees the universal form. And then he asks questions to, Arjuna asks questions to Krishna, who are you? He sees the universal form and he gets bewildered. Who are you? Why have you come? So Krishna answers, and then after Krishna answers, then he realizes his position in comparison to Krishna and again offers prayers. And then he requests Krishna to please come back to his original two-handed form. And Krishna describes that pure bhakti is needed to see me in the original form. Yesterday in Rajarina Mataji's class, I think one point stuck to me. I want to say out. She said, all of you who's coming to this class, or me who's giving the class, take it as a self-care. This is your time. It's like a self-care. Okay, so yes. So who wants to chant? Which child wants to chant this? You can raise your hands. Arnav, Hare Krishna, yes, you can unmute.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Arjuna Uvaka Mad Anugra Paramar Guhayam Adhyatma Sarjanatam Yat Tavokatam Vakas Tena Mohayaran Vigato Mama.
Thank you. Arjuna Uvacha Mad Anugrahaya Paramam Guhyam Adhyatma Samgitam Yatyayoktam Vachastena Moho Ayam Vigato Mama. Arjuna said, I have heard your instructions on confidential spiritual matters, which you have so kindly delivered onto me, and my illusion is now dispelled. So Arjuna is saying that his illusion is over. What was his illusion? The illusion that the reasons that he gave Krishna that I'm not going to fight. What were the reasons? Yes, my co-host can answer. What were the reasons that Arjuna gave to Krishna that I'm not going to fight?
Yeah, it is a sin, indecision, family tradition, compassion, and
indecision. Did you say indecision?
Yes, and one more was
compassion,
family tradition, yeah, and it is a sin also. Yeah.
Yes, yeah. So compassion, then sinful activity, and then fear of destroying the family tradition, indecision. There's one more which we are missing, but anyway. So thank you, Mataji. He gave the reasons, and Krishna gave answers to each one, and then he says that now my illusion is over. I am understanding that it is your arrangement that you want this fight to happen, and whoever is here is not going to die. So he's saying here that illusion is over. Okay. But the next verse he says, O lotus eyed one, I have heard from you in detail about the appearance and disappearance of every living entity as realized through your inexhaustible glories. O greatest of all personalities, O supreme form, though I see here before me your actual position, I yet wish to see how you have entered into this cosmic manifestation. I want to see that form of yours. If you think that I am able to behold your cosmic form, O my Lord, O Master of all mystic power, then kindly show me that universal self. This is the way of asking a question. We cannot challenge a guru because Krishna is his spiritual master. We cannot challenge that, show me. You say you're a spiritual master, then I challenge you to show me God. No. If you think that I can behold, then kindly show me that universal form. So he's saying that I am convinced that this form of yours is the original form, but I still want to see that form of yours through which the whole cosmic manifestation has entered into you. The question is, when he says illusion is over, when he's saying that I am accepting you as this, as an actual form of yours, then why is he asking to see the universal form? Why is he asking? Anyone can raise hands if they want to answer this question. Why Arjuna is asking Krishna now that show me the universal form? Shiva Ram, Hare Krishna Prabhu. Yes, Prabhuji. What do you think?
Yeah, Hare Krishna Mataji. He wants the world to understand. Now, Arjuna has understood that Krishna is the Lord. Now he wants the same message for all the doubters, so that they don't have any doubt in future that Krishna is the ultimate truth.
Very nice. Yes, so that's one of the reasons that Arjuna wants to establish the criteria that for any future, in the future, if any person says I'm God, then we should immediately ask, can you please show us your universal form? Yes, but there are other reasons. Thank you, Prabhu. Arjuna, Krishna wanted to please Arjuna because Arjuna is asking, it's a request. Puneet Prabhu, you want to say something?
Yes, so I feel that Arjuna has some sort of doubts inside him that he wanted to kind of get it cleared, and for that very reason, he asked Krishna to show me his divine form, so that all the doubts has been washed away, and I'm completely following your footprints. Whatever you say, I'll just follow you. So for that reason,
But he already said now that my illusion is not dispelled, and
okay.
he already see right that and I am accepting you, O supreme form. Though I see here before me your actual position, so he's convinced that is the actual position. That's a good reason. I'm not saying that that's your analysis is not correct, but it's. But then how will you say that my illusion is dispelled, right? Yes, Sita Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji. I think that another concept,
Right, Mata.
sorry,
Another
another
what?
viewpoint could be, if you like somebody, you tend to know a lot more about it. It wasn't, yes, he wanted to dispel that nobody else in the future who could come and say, I'm God. They would have the litmus test to say, show the Vishwarupa, but he really loved Krishna after knowing about all this. So he wanted to know more about him. And that could be another reason why he's asking him to show his different forms.
So to glorify Krishna. Okay. Thank you. Yes. Okay. So and then first is that Krishna wanted to please Arjuna. Arjuna is requesting, and Krishna wanted to just honor the request. And the other is that in the universal form, Krishna will show that everyone over there is already dead. So in that way, Krishna wanted to encourage Arjuna to fight, and also for others to establish the equivocal supremacy of the Lord. If someone else is not convinced No, Krishna is convinced. I'm sorry, Arjuna is convinced. But if someone else is not convinced, then Arjuna is telling Krishna to show the form. So the supremacy of Krishna is re-established again and again and again without any fight. And then, of course, to set a criteria for future people that I'm God. Someone claims I'm God, but then actually then show you universal form.
Someone else
So
means
bless Lord.
whom Mataji? Like
What?
you said, someone else is not convinced. So whom he is meaning? Someone else.
Us. For us.
These devotees. Actually,
For
there are
us.
two types of people, Prabhuji. One is pure devotees, and other one will be they will not ready to accept, right?
Okay, but
For
anyway,
us.
Yeah.
they have not seen only Arjuna has seen the universal form. The impure devotees have not seen it. So
Exactly.
even if Arjuna says that I have seen the form, how will they accept that one?
Now Vyasadeva is writing it for us, right? So he's revealing it to us now. So we are going to see through the Shastra Chakshu, through the eyes of the Shastras, not with these walls. Okay, so we are going to see now. It's going to be revealed. So blessed Lord said, my dear Arjuna, O son of Pritha, behold someone is unmuted. Please mute yourself. My dear Arjuna, O son of Pritha, behold now my opulences, hundreds of thousands of varied divine forms, multicolored like the sea. Whatever you wish to see can be seen all at once in this body. This universal form can show you all that you now desire, as well as whatever you may desire in the future. Everything is here completely. But you cannot see me with your present eyes. Therefore, I give you divine eyes by which you can behold my mystic opulences. So Krishna is describing that my form is going to be divine. It's going to have everything that you ever wish to see and you may ever wish to see in the future. Everything here is complete. You can see, but you need a special vision. You can't see with these eyes that you have. So one more question. Universal form is near to the original form of Krishna, the two-handed form, or is it near to the Brahman conception, realization of Krishna? What is it near to? So it's more near to the Brahman conception because there is no form like that. There is no form that we're going to see. Krishna manifests or compares, okay, and this is very nicely again described in more detail in second canto Srimad Bhagavatam 6th chapter, where Suta Goswami is describing to Parikshit Maharaj that what are the heads of the universal form compared to upper planetary system, the arms are compared to, the waist is compared to what, the legs is compared to what, the hair on the body is compared to the trees, the bones are compared to the big mountains. So there is no form as such. It's near to Brahman feature. Prabhupada was once saying, I was listening, that Krishna is going to show the universal form, but the devotee of Krishna is more satisfied with the original two-handed form of Krishna. Why? Because a devotee wants to serve the Lord. You can dress the deities, you can offer bhoga to the deities, do aarti to the deities, celebrate festivals with them, reveal your mind, have a relation with the deities. But universal form, if someone wants to dress the universal form, where is that cloth? Because it's more near to, it is transcendental, it's there, but it is manifested when the material nature is created, and it is unmanifested when the material nature is annihilated. Okay. So Sanjaya Vacha, Evam Yukta Tato Rajan Mahayogeshwaro Hari, Darshayamsha Parthaya Paramam Rupam Ashwaram. Sanjaya said, O king, speaking thus, the supreme, the Lord of all mystic power, the personality of Godhead, displayed his universal form to Krishna. So Sanjaya is telling Dhritarashtra that Krishna showed his universal form, and Dhritarashtra is like shocked and bewildered because now he must be thinking that now we are surely going to die because Krishna is showing his universal form. Arjuna saw, so this is the darshan from 10th verse onward, that in that universal form, unlimited mouths and unlimited eyes, it was all wondrous. The form was decorated with divine dazzling ornaments and arrayed in many garbs. He was garlanded gloriously, and there were many scents smeared over his body. All was magnificent, all expanding, unlimited. This was seen by Arjuna. If hundreds of thousands of suns rose up at once into the sky, they might resemble the effulgence of the Supreme Person in that universal form. So, universal form, hundreds and thousands of mouths, gloriously garlanded, very, very effulgent, as if thousands, hundreds and thousands of suns have arisen at the same time. And Arjuna could see everyone. Everyone who was assembled in the battlefield, you see, they're all going inside his mouth, we will describe, and they're getting smashed between the teeth. And he can see Vasuki, he can see Lord Shiva, Lord Brahma, all the demigods, all the planets, see all these planets, everything was visible to Krishna, Arjuna right there. At that time, Arjuna could see in the universal form of the Lord the unlimited expansions of the universe situated in one place, although divided into many, many thousands. So, entire universe, we are in one universe, and in that universe, there are 14 planets. We are in Earth planet, and in Earth planet, there are so many continents, subcontinents, countries, living entities. So many living entities are there, not just human beings. Okay, and we are sitting in one corner of that Earth planet. Imagine how big is the universe. So Arjuna could see the expansion, unlimited expansion of the entire universe, not just this particular universe where we are. And he could see them in one place, although they are divided into so many of them. Thus bewildered and astonished, his hair standing on end, Arjuna began to pray with folded hands, offering obeisances to the Supreme Lord. So spirituality is not without feelings. Okay, it's not like, okay, once you become spiritual or once you try to become Krishna conscious, then you have to give up your feelings or you have to suppress them. Arjuna, and Vyasdev is writing Arjuna again and again and again and again, and throughout Bhagavad Gita is expressing how he feels. He pauses that, oh, wait a minute, Arjuna, Krishna, I'm feeling like this. So he said, I'm bewildered and astonished. He couldn't understand what is he seeing, what has he gotten into. And then he starts to he starts to offer prayers, to Krishna with folded hands. This is the nature of a devotee. A devotee, whenever a devotee is in trouble, he will or she will offer prayers to Krishna. A non-devotee will blame Krishna, that why have you put me into such trouble? Why only me? You see, we can think from here this verse that everybody is actually approaching God. How is everybody approaching God? Okay, a demon is approaching Krishna. Why does a demon go to Krishna? To kill Krishna, but they're going to Krishna. And then a non-devotee or a materialist goes to Krishna. Why? So that they can blame Krishna for their suffering. That Krishna, why me? There's so many people in the entire universe. Why have you chosen me? So that's blaming. And a devotee goes to Krishna to offer prayers to Krishna, to serve Krishna. Everybody is going. But look at the intention behind going that makes us different from one person to another. So it's the matter of the consciousness. It's so powerful. So please check. It's a checkpoint for us. Why am I going to Krishna? What is my reason? Am I going to Krishna to gain something material? Am I going to Krishna to get out of some distressful situation? Am I going to Krishna to get some good education? Or am I going to Krishna because I want to serve Krishna and understand my relationship with Krishna? So Arjuna is offering offering prayers with folded hands is a definite proof that a pure devotee always ends up with Krishna when they are in trouble to pray to Krishna. That Krishna, I am now somehow in this trouble situation in my life. Please save me. Or a higher devotee actually says, thank you for putting me in this trouble. Because when I'm in trouble, I can think of you more. Again, don't copy. Queen Kunti prays like that. Don't copy, but we can take shelter. So Arjuna's prayers start. Arjuna said, my dear Lord Krishna, I see assembled together in your body all the demigods and various other living entities. I see Brahma sitting on a lotus flower, as well as Lord Shiva and many sages and divine serpents. He's seeing everyone. O Lord of the universe, I see in your universal form, universal body, many, many forms, bellies, mouths, eyes, expanded without limit. There is no end. There is no beginning. There is no middle to all this. He can't figure out where to start and where to end. Your form, adorned with various crowns, clubs, and discs, is difficult to see because of its glaring effulgence, which is fiery and immeasurable like the sun. So he's saying it's like hard to see because there's so much effulgence. I have an idea that it's like unmeasurable. It's everywhere. So we're having a darshan. He's through Arjuna's experience. You are the supreme primal objective. You are the best in all universes. You are inexhaustible and you are the oldest. You are the maintainer of religion, the eternal personality of Godhead. You are the origin without beginning, middle, or end. You have numberless arms, and the sun and moon are among your unlimited eyes. By your own radiance, you are heating the entire universe. Although you're one, you're spread throughout the sky and the planets and all the spaces between. O great one, as I behold this terrible form, I see that the planetary systems are perplexed. So his experience is that this form is terrible because he has seen Krishna as a person. He is not able to behold. All the demigods are surrendering and entering into you. They are very much afraid, and with folded hands, they are singing the Vedic hymns. So all the demigods are going to Krishna, and they are also offering prayers to Krishna. And the planetary systems are perplexed, and Arjuna finds this form terrible. O mighty Am One, all planets with their demigods are disturbed at seeing your many faces, eyes, arms, bellies, and legs, and your terrible teeth. And as they are disturbed, so am I. Again, he's saying, disclosing his mind. The planets are perplexed, the demigods are disturbed. I am also disturbed. And I'm bewildered and I'm astonished. O all-pervading Vishnu, I can no longer maintain my equilibrium. Seeing your radiant colors like the skies and beholding your eyes and mouths, I am afraid. So many feelings, he's saying. All the sons of Dhritarashtra, along with their allied kings, and Bhishma, Drona, Karna, and all your soldiers, are rushing into your mouth, their heads smashed by your fearful teeth. I see that the mouth of the universal form and getting smashed in the teeth between the teeth. Basically, they're dying. He's seeing the all devouring death. So universal form means there is destruction. So then he asks, then after this there is a question. Arjuna asks Krishna, who are you? Why have you come? Who are you? He gets bewildered, right? He's bewildered now. He forgets this is Krishna's universal form. So he asks, like, who are you? Because he is used to seeing Krishna as his friend, who is friendly and cordial, or spiritual master who gives instruction. So Arjuna, Krishna answers, the blessed Lord said, time I am, destroyer of the worlds, and I have come to engage all people, with the exception of you, the Pandavas. All the soldiers here on both sides will be slain. So Krishna says, when he showed the universal form, that I am the time. Time, actually, time factor means death. Time means destruction. In due course of time, everything gets destroyed in the material world. Time is so powerful. We actually don't understand because we don't know the time in detail. So read third canto Srimad Bhagavatam and get acquainted with the time factor. Where is it coming from? What are its subdivisions? What are its actions? How does it act in the life of a non-devotee who is not surrendered to Krishna? And how does the same time factor act in the life of a devotee? How does it act? So in a life of a non-devotee, time means destruction. We know, I mean, let's say somebody builds a very nice house, palatial building, okay, but in due course of time, it will be gone. You must have seen some of the ancient architectural buildings, which are very, very strong, but they are getting destroyed. Eventually, they will be destroyed and gone because that's how the time factor acts. It is said that with every rising sun and setting sun, the duration of a living entity is reduced. The sun set, the sun rising and the sun set takes away the life from a living entity's balance. Gone. You can't give it. But a devotee is a person who is surrendered to Krishna and wants to serve Krishna with all his hearts. Karmana, manasa, vacha, for work, with mind, and with words. For that particular living entity, the time factor acts no more. Yes, they'll have to leave the body. That's fine. That's okay. But there's nothing like not being with Krishna. Why are we dying again and again? Why are we taking birth again and again? Why old age again and again? Why disease again and again? Why is this cycle again and again and again? One life to another life, because we have been forgetting Krishna. Krishna bhuliya jeev bhogwan chakare. Pashatiya maya tare chapatiya dhare. So forgetting Krishna, we have been wanting to enjoy this life like this or like that or like that. And then we have been again and again in the clutches of Maya. So we don't, Prabhupada says death for let's say, he gives a comparison. Let's say there is a cat. Okay, this is Prabhupada's example. Now the cat is holding a rat in the mouth, right? She holds rat in the mouth. Cat is holding the mouth. It represents death, right? This grab of mouth of a cat is the death for this rat. But the same cat, when it is holding its own kittens, when it's holding in its own kittens, its own children in the same mouth, then what does it represent? It represents the motherly love. So that way, he who reasons ill, who says a Vaishnava dies, for a Vaishnava lives to serve and dies to serve. So Vaishnava actually never dies. The deathless formula. Tasmat tvam utishta yasho labhashva jitva shastrun bhungshva rajyam samriddham maye vita nihata purvam eva nimitta matram bhavya savyasachin. So he said, right, he showed that everyone will be slain other than you, the Pandavas, the soldiers on both the sides, and all these people assembled here are going to be slain. Then he says to Arjuna, Nimitta matram bhavya savyasachin. Therefore, get up and prepare to fight. After conquering your enemies, you will enjoy a flourishing kingdom. They are already put to death by my arrangement, and you, O Savyasachin, can be but an instrument in the fight. So Krishna is telling Arjuna that actually they're all already dead. They're already put to death by my arrangement. So what can you do? So nimitta matram bhavya savyasachin. Just become an instrument in my hands. Just become an instrument in my hands to fight in this fight. Just you are just an instrument. Don't think that if you're not going to fight, that all these people who have assembled here are going back home. Don't think that if you're going to renounce and go to the forest and meditate, then these people who have assembled here are going back home. Nobody is going back home. So what can you do? What can you do? Become an instrument to my desire. Become an instrument to my order. Follow it. And then you will enjoy the flourishing kingdom. So like that, like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu predicted 500 years ago, that the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra will be spread all over the world, all over the planet. In every town and village, the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra will go. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu predicted it 500 years ago. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Krishna himself. So Krishna predicted it, it's going to happen. We cannot stop it because the Supreme Personality of Godhead predicted. Like here he's predicting, he's telling that everyone is going to be dead, can't stop it. So what is my role? You know, if I chant Hare Krishna, or I personally don't chant Hare Krishna, this movement will still go on. Why? Because the Supreme Personality of Godhead has desired, and it is happening so. You go in any part of the world, you will always find someone who's Hare Krishna. Always. So far, I have not been able to find a place where there was no Hare Krishna. So why? Because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's prediction is going to come true. So what is my role? My role is become an instrument. You see, if I become an instrument in the hands of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, then my life is perfected. Perfection of life is achieved. Why not? Why not? Like Arjuna became instrument in the hands of Krishna and is celebrated as a devotee of Krishna. So why not each one of us take up some part, some way or the other? We can propagate Krishna consciousness in everyone's heart. We can become an instrument, same way Arjuna became an instrument for Krishna's desire. The blessed Lord said, all the great warriors, Drona, Bhishma, Jayadratha, Karna, are already destroyed. Simply fight and you will vanquish your enemies. He is encouraging Arjuna. I always think when I read this, in Arabian Nights, when I was a little girl, there was this thingy coming. Some lady with a crystal ball and she will show the future. Like that, Arjuna is showing the future to, Krishna is showing the future to Arjuna. That the future is this. So simply fight. Sanjaya said to Dhritarashtra, O king, after hearing these words from the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Arjuna trembled, fearfully offered obeisances with folded hands again, faltering to speak as follows. O Rishi Kesha, the world becomes joyful upon hearing your name, and thus everyone becomes attached to you. Although the perfected beings offer you their respectful homage, the demons are afraid and they flee here and there. All this is rightly done. O great one who stands above even Brahma, you are the original master. Why should they not offer their homage up to you, O limitless one? O refuge of the universe, you are the invincible source, the cause of all causes, transcendental to this material manifestation. You are the original personality of Godhead. You are the only sanctuary of this manifested cosmic world. You know everything and you are all that is knowable. You are above the material modes, O limitless form. The whole cosmic manifestation is pervaded by you. You see, other than Krishna, no one gets offered with these choice of words prayers. Nobody. There is nobody in the entire planetary system or entire universe who is offered such nice prayers. That you are the original master. You are limitless one. You are above Brahma. You are the only sanctuary. Nobody, because it is the rightful claim of Krishna. It's called Uttama Shloka. Krishna is offered prayers by choice of words by the devotees. I have in the past addressed you, oh Krishna, oh Yadava, oh my friend, without knowing your glories. Please forgive whatever I may have done in madness or in love. I have dishonored you many times while relaxing or while lying on the same bed or eating together, sometimes alone, sometimes in front of many friends. Please excuse me for all my offenses. See, now he's seeing the universal form of Krishna, and now he's feeling that, oh my God, my friend is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and I was behaving like this with him. We were lying on the same bed. I was addressing you jokingly with as oh Yadava, oh Krishna, and I was eating with you sometimes alone, sometimes in front of many friends. Oh my God! So you see, universal form, a devotee, and the Vishwarupa form of Lord can only have one relationship. What is the relationship? Awe and reverence. That how great Krishna is and how small I am. And I'm part and parcel of Krishna. So only one kind of a relationship can be there. Awe and reverence. That is what is happening. Right? But actually, Arjuna is in Sakhya Ras. He's in the friendship relationship of friend with Krishna. But now he's forgetting it. But the real relationship is Sakhya Ras. There are 5 primary relations we can have with the Lord and 7 secondary. Yes, any one of my co-hosts, what are the 5 primary relationships one can have with Krishna? Everyone.
Shanta, Madhurya, Vasalya, Satya, and one more.
Dasya.
Dasya, yes, Mataji.
Thank you. So there's a hierarchy. One is like Shantaras. That we can serve, someone can serve Krishna just like a water or earth, like Shantaras. Or the higher than the Shantaras is Dasyaras, one can become servant of Krishna. Higher than the Dasyaras is Sakhyaras, becoming friends of Krishna. Higher than the Sakhyaras is Vatsalyaras, becoming parent of Krishna. But higher than the Vatsalyaras is Madhuryaras, becoming conjugal lover of Krishna. So there's a hierarchy described very nicely in Nectar of Devotion by Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu by Srila Rupa Goswami. So actually, Arjuna is in Sakhya Ras, the friendship relationship or the mellow of friendship, but he's forgetting it now. And he's asking of forgiveness because universal form is so magnanimous that actually it's only awe and reverence. So after seeing this universal form, which I have never seen before, I am gladdened. But at the same time, my mind is disturbed with fear. Therefore, please bestow your grace upon me and reveal again your form as the personality of Godhead, O Lord of Lords, O abode of the universe. So Arjuna is telling him to please come back.
So Mataji, can we say Meera was also in Madhurya Ras with Krishna?
I don't know. I can't. I cannot give my opinion. We have to refer the Shastras.
Okay.
O universal Lord, I wish to see you in your four-arm form, your helmeted head, and with club, wheel, conch, and lotus flower in your hands. I long to see you in that form again. So he wants to see Krishna in his four-handed form. O best of the Kuru warriors, no one before you has ever seen this universal form of mine. For neither by studying the Vedas, nor by performing sacrifices, nor by charities or similar activities can this form be seen. Only you have seen this. So Krishna is confirming that I have not shown this form in such a great extent to anybody. We can say that Mother Yashoda saw the universal form in the mouth of Krishna in two incidences. After Trinavrata was killed, and also later when Krishna ate dirt and Mother Yashoda told him to open the mouth. So two times, but she not in so much detail. Or we can say that even Nan Maharaj saw the form when he went to break his Ekadashi and went to take bath in the waters, which was not an appropriate time to take bath. So he was caught and then he was taken to the court of Varuna. But Krishna came and showed. So we can say that Aruddhava has seen a form, but not in so much detail. In so much detail, only Arjuna saw. They got some glimpse. And this is the most beautiful four-handed form of Krishna, which is made of Shankha Chakra, Gada, Padma. And this form is described in Srimad Bhagavatam in so many places. And always the description of the form of Lord must start with the lotus feet. We must start with the lotus feet, then go to the knees, then go to the waist, and then go to the chest, and then go to the lotus face. Not like start with the face. And we can read Srimad Bhagavatam and relish so many times. Third canto Srimad Bhagavatam, when Aniruddha, the deity of the mind, is described, the universal form. Four-handed form is described. Then fourth canto, Dhruva Maharaj pastime, when Dhruva Maharaj sees Krishna, then again it is described. Sixth canto, Chitraketu, after he does the meditation and surrenders to Krishna, again this Sankarshan form is described many times. Lord Shiva describes it in 8th canto. Many times it is described. And also first canto, Bhishma, when he is leaving his body, he is attached to Narayan form of Krishna. So he also describes. Sanjaya said to Dhritarashtra, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna, while speaking thus to Arjuna, displayed his real four-arm form, and at last he showed his two-arm form, thus encouraging the fearful Arjuna. So Arjuna was fearful, was bewildered, was astonished, and this is calm, right? When we see this painting, I feel very calm. That, okay, universal form is so big. So many people are dying, and it's Krishna is all devouring time. But this looks so calm. That okay, the things have calmed down. When Arjuna saw Krishna in his original form, he said, seeing this human-like form, so very beautiful, my mind is now pacified and I am restored to my original nature. The blessed Lord said, my dear Arjuna, the form which you are now seeing is very difficult to behold. Even the demigods are ever seeking the opportunity to see this form which is so dear. My dear Arjuna, only by undivided devotional service can I be understood as I am, standing before you, and can thus be seen directly. Only in this way can you enter into the mysteries of my understanding. Again and again, Krishna is saying, only by unalloyed devotional service, undivided devotional service, ahetukiya pratihata bhakti is needed to see Krishna. Krishna is not someone's servant that we can order him. But Krishna is a property of the pure devotees. This is a property of the pure devotees. Only pure devotees can reveal Krishna to us. Bhaktya te ananya sakhya aham evam vidhu arjuna jnatum drishtam cha tatvena pravishtum cha parantapa. My dear Arjuna, only by undivided devotional service can I be understood as I am, standing before you, and can thus be seen directly. Only in this way can you enter the mysteries of my understanding. So I put this slide again because the word only is also used 2 times. And also the beautiful form of Krishna cannot be seen by reading the scriptures, by performing the sacrifices, by giving the charities. Then how can be seen? Someone may say, I'm so charitably disposed. I am so scholarly in Vedic knowledge. I do so many sacrifices. So Krishna is now bound to show himself to me. No. Krishna is Abhigyana Swarat, completely independent. First canto Bhagavatam, first chapter, first verse itself describes the qualities of Krishna. Tene Brahma Hridaya Adi Kave Moyanti Yat Suryaha. So Abhigyana Swarat, and Bhaktivedanta Prabhupada also comments on it. Abhigyana Swarat means completely independent. We may say in this world that I am independent. I work, I have an independent life, I'm not dependent. Actually, our independence, or the so-called independence, is actually interdependent. One may say that, okay, I'm going to leave my house or leave this particular situation of my life and go and live on my own, and then I'll be leading an independent life. Okay, let's analyze. First of all, when we go and change our position in this world, I am dependent on some other position, right? I need to, if I'm leaving this part of the house, I need to go and enter into another part of the house. So where is the independence? I am dependent on that I'm dependent on that arrangement. Okay, I'll say, okay, I'm going to earn money because I'm so qualified. Well, earning money, qualification is also dependent on so many other factors. It's not so independent that just by getting some degree, one is already earning money. No, there has to be a place of work. We will study in 18th chapter. There are 5 things needed to accomplish an action. We need a place of work. We need endeavor. We need senses. We need the effort. So, but it's dependent. I need an office to work, or I need a business, or I need something. So where is the independence? The independence is dependent. It's interdependent. But Krishna is not like that. Krishna does not need any one of us to enjoy. Krishna is Atmaram, self-satisfied, right? Mother Kunti prays in first canto, 8th chapter. Namo akinchana vittaya nivritta guna vittaye Atmaramaya shantaya kevalya patayo namaha. Namo akinchana vittaya. Krishna, you're the property of the materially impoverished. So only a materially impoverished person can understand Krishna. And Atma Ramaya Shantaya, you are self-satisfied, Krishna. You're self-satisfied. Kevalya Pataye Namaha. Only you can give shelter to everyone. So we should not mistake that my independence and Krishna's independence is on the same level. No. Mat karma krin mato mat paramo mat bhakta sangha varjita nivre sarva bhuteshu yaha saha mam eti pandava. My dear Arjuna, one who is engaged in my pure devotional service, free from the contaminations of previous activities and from mental speculation, who is friendly to every living entity, certainly comes to me. So see, free from contamination. So first is engagement in pure devotional service. Pure devotional service, he is explaining, is free from the contaminations of previous activities. Previous activities, mane sacrifice, charity, Vedic studies. Oh, I'm so scholarly. Sarva upadhi vinirmuktam tatparatena nirmalam rishikesha sevanam bhaktiruchyate. Sarva upadhi vinirmuktam. When one's consciousness is freed from so-called upadhis, I am this, and I am this, and I am this, and now look at me, I am also Krishna conscious. No, sir, you're not Krishna conscious, you're self-conscious only, or you're proud conscious. because there's so many upadhis that see, I am so rich, I'm so educated. Three places pride is sitting. Okay, devotees are intelligent people. They are not like fanatists. The 10th canto Bhagavatam describes there are 3 places where the pride sits. Where does it sit? It sits in when somebody is proud of their beauty. When someone feels, oh, I am so beautiful. That's where pride is sitting. Or somebody thinks that I am so educated. So-called knowledge, material knowledge, or Vedic knowledge without Krishna is the place where the pride is housing. Or family of origin. I'm from such a nice family. That is where the pride sits. When one gets rid, no, I'm not this, I'm not this, I'm not this. I'm a pure soul, and my origin is in Krishna, and that's where I need to go. When one becomes fixed in that conception, then one becomes free from contaminations of previous activities. Or mental speculation, maybe Krishna is like that, maybe I am like that. No. And is friendly to every living entity. It's not that, okay, now I have become Krishna conscious, but then I'm going to slaughter the animals. Because animal also has a soul, and that soul is also constitutionally an absolute sense part and parcel of Krishna. So how can one devotee inflict pain to other living entity when they see that this particular living entity belongs to Krishna? It's property of Krishna. And if someone loves Krishna, how can someone cause pain to Krishna in that way? Anyway, so it's a very powerful chapter. Again, Arjuna requests Krishna to show his universal form. We discussed why Arjuna is requesting now, when he already says my illusion is dispelled. There are 4 reasons I discussed. And from verse 1 to 4, Dishtam Ichhami Te Rupam. Then Krishna describes his universal form. First describes in 5 to 8 verse Bahuni Adrishta Purvani. And then Krishna gives Arjuna the vision to see, Arjuna's vision of the universal form. 9 to 14, Aneka Adbhuta Darshanam. And then Arjuna shares his experience when he sees the universal form. That what is he seeing? From 15 to 31st verse. Tritvim na vindami samam cha Vishnu. Then Krishna replies, Arjuna asks, who are you? Krishna replies in 32 to 34, Kalo asmi loko kshaya krit pravardho. Then Arjuna offers prayers again. 35 to 46, Sagad gadam bhitta bhitta pranamya. And pure bhakti is needed to see Krishna from 47 to 55. Bhaktya te ananya sakya. It cannot be, now Krishna is the property of the materially impoverished. Okay, so this is the chapter. Let me show you a small video of Srila Prabhupada, that how hearing is so important.
Mataji.
Yes, Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Actually, yesterday some of the devotees asking me to show mind control techniques.
Mataji, I can show on Wednesday because I have to leave for work today. I can't show. I need to.
Okay.
Thank you.
Whenever you're free, you can show Mataji.
Wednesday. Okay. Thank you.
Every one of us, we are imperfect. We are very much proud of our eyes. Can you show me what qualification your eyes have got that you can see? He does not think that I have no qualification. Still I want to see. These eyes are dependent on so many conditions. Now there is electricity, you can see. As soon as there is electricity off, you cannot see. Then what is the value of your eyes? You cannot see what is going on beyond this wall. So don't believe your so-called senses as the source of knowledge. No. The source of knowledge should be by hearing. That is called Shruti. Therefore, Veda's name is Shruti. Shruti Pramana. Shruti Pramana. Just like a child or a boy wants to know who is his father. So what is the evidence? That evidence is Shruti, hearing from the mother. The mother says, he is your father. So he hears, he does not see how he became his father. Because before his body was constructed, the Father was there, how could he see? So, by seeing, you cannot ascertain who is your Father. You have to hear from the authority. The mother is the authority. Therefore, Shruti Pramana, the evidence is hearing, not by seeing. Seeing our imperfect eyes, there are so many obstacles. So similarly, by direct perception, you cannot have the truth. Direct perception is speculation. Dr. Frog is speculating what is Atlantic Ocean. He is in the well, 3 feet well. And some friend informed me, oh, I have seen vast water. What is that vast water? Atlantic Ocean. How big it is? Very, very big. So the Dr. Frog is thinking, maybe 4 feet. This well is 3 feet, it may be 4 feet, all right, 5 feet. Come on, 10 feet. So in this way speculating, the frog, Dr. Frog will understand Atlantic Ocean or Pacific Ocean. Can you estimate the length and breadth of the Atlantic Pacific Ocean by speculation? So by speculation you cannot have. They are speculating so many years about this universe. How many stars are there? What is the length and breadth? Where is the... Nobody knows anything. Even of the material world. And what to speak of the spiritual world. That is beyond, far beyond. Parastasmatu bhavanya bhaktya sanatana. You'll find it. Bhagavad Gita. There is another nature. This nature, what you see, the sky, around dome, that above that, there are layers of 5 elements. Again, there is the covering. Just like you have seen the coconut, there is hard covering. And within the covering, there is water. Similarly, within this covering, and outside the covering, there are 5 layers, 1,000 times bigger than the one another. Water layer, air layer, fire layer. So you have to penetrate all these layers, then you will get the spiritual world. All these universes, unlimited number, koti. Jasaprabha prabhavato jagadanna koti. Jagadanna means the universe. Koti. Many millions clustered together. That is material world. And beyond that material world, there is spiritual world, another sky. That is also sky. That is called Parabham. So, by your sense perception, you cannot estimate even what is there in the moon planet or sun planet, this one, within this universe. How you can understand the spiritual world by speculation? This is foolishness. That Shastra says, Achinta khalu jivava natastarki no jujaya. Achinta, which is inconceivable, beyond your sense perception. Don't try to argue and understand it and speculate. This is foolishness. It is not possible. Therefore, we have to go to the Guru. Tad vijnanatham sa gurumeva avigachet. Samitpani sotriyam brahmanishtam. This is the process.
Hare Krishna. Subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon to never
thank you. So I will make 2 rooms and no more than 5 minutes. I have to leave for work. Sita Mataji and Kalavati Mataji, please check on each other.
Yes, Mataji.
Sure.
Okay. Okay, so whoever is staying behind, I don't know if I'll be able to take all the questions. So, Hiten Prabhu. Yes, Prabhu, you can unmute yourself.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Acha, I just want to ask, like every time it says Shri Bhagwan Uvacha, why not Krishna Uvacha?
Because Krishna is Bhagwan.
Yeah.
It depends. Sanjay is telling Dhritarashtra wherever. So, what is the meaning of the word Bhagwan? My detailed Bhagavad Gita students that will answer. I see Kartik Prabhu, Nirupama Mataji, Dr. Padi.
In chapter 11, this current one, verse 30, it says Arjuna says, "O Vishnu." So he is referring for the first time, "O Vishnu."
Okay, where does it say? Okay, so what is your question, Prabhu?
So, like, like it's Vishnu, is it? Bhagwan, Krishna Bhagwan. We always
There
say
is
Krishna.
no difference. There is no difference.
Okay.
Where does it say? The blessed Lord said. Which verse are you saying? I have Bhagavad Gita in my hand.
30.
I am still not understanding your question. I'm sorry. Please, can you tell me your question in it?
So it's Vishnu, like is Bhagwan, like we know it's Bhagwan, but he is also referring to as Vishnu. I know it's Krishna Bhagwan.
Yes,
But
there is
this is the first time he's referring to Vishnu also.
Yes,
Why?
Because he wants to call Krishna by different names. That's how I understand from Prabhupada's lectures. So Vishnu and Krishna, there is no difference. If you actually read Bhagavatam, it says that yes, Vishnu comes if there are millions of candles, same size, same structure, same. Let me look up that verse. Same size, same structure, same intensity of light they can all give. So when they are burning, they all appear same, right? So, but if one wants to find out which is the original candle, then that Krishna answer will come. So in one sense, that Vishnu avatar or Vishnu and Krishna are non-different. But if one wants to find out that what is the origin of Vishnu, where is Vishnu coming from, then we will find out it is from Krishna. Also, this is a technical question, because if you end up, even if someone is a Vishnu devotee, they also become deathless. They also surpass the realms of birth, that old age disease. It's more of a technical question.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay. And also, if you want to go in Shastra's more detail, in Nectar of Devotion, Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, it is described that Krishna has 64 qualities. But Vishnu has 60 qualities. Narayan has 60 qualities. So what are the 4 qualities which are exclusive to Krishna? Krishna's form. Let me see if I remember. Krishna's form, Rupa Madhurya. Krishna's name, Nama Madhurya. Krishna's pastimes, Leela Madhurya. And Krishna's love for his devotees, Prema Madhurya. That 4 qualities are not found anywhere else. It's a technical question. It's fine. Vishnu and Krishna.
Yeah. Thank you, Mataji.
Okay, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Okay, one more person is raising their hand.
Mataji, what I understand. Mataji, what I understood, Vishnu form is of the cosmic manifestation, that is of the Godhead planes like Brahma, Vishnu, and Maheshwar. So in that, that plane is the Vishnu is there, but Krishna is that for the Golabdham, what is described, that form is the Krishna form. So definitely, as you rightly told, when we adoring in the Krishna form, it is all the qualities are included in that. Whereas Vishnu form or Narayan form is in that Godhead and Godhead consciousness, where these supreme 3 gods are there.
Vishnu, so when Krishna, yes, thank you, Prabhu. Yeah, that's correct. So, but when Krishna wants to create a material world, he expands himself into Vishnu Tattva. when he wants to create something material, because Krishna does not do anything material. He's 100% spiritual. But to create something material, like Krishna in office is Vishnu, we can say. That's one way of understanding. And I'm still looking at the shloka. Thank you, Prabhu. It was nice. Yes, Dr. D. Santosh, Hare Krishna. Yes, Prabhuji, can unmute yourself.
Yeah, ma'am, I wanted to know, like, they say that eating meat is a wrong thing, right?
Okay, Krishna says that. Okay.
Yeah, so he says that it's eating the meat is wrong thing. But see, all the vegetarians, like we eat green leafy vegetables and all the other vegetarian things, they are also having, I mean, like living things. They are also living things, right? Tree is a living thing. It has been proved that tree also has consciousness.
Yes. So your question is that that is also wrong.
Yeah, it both are the same things, now, like eating meat, like eating vegetarian.
Okay. Everything is wrong if it is not offered to Krishna. Eating, we studied in chapter 6. What chapter was it where we described third? There's the cycle of sacrifice. So if someone is vegetarian but they are not offering food to Krishna, then they are verily eating sin only. So the morsel after morsel. So Krishna factor has to be there. But there is a rule of the world. Jivo jivasya jivanam. One living entity subsists on another living entity. That rule is set by Krishna himself. And Prabhupada also explains that technically we are not trying to be vegetarian or non-vegetarian. We're trying to be Krishnatarian. So Krishna makes the wrong right. That's why we have to go through Krishna. And when we take a fruit from the tree is actually not killed, right? That fruit is going to fall off anyway. So the arrangement is like that. So let's not be fanatic. Krishna says, make your life very simple. Spirituality means simple. Spirituality means light. What is it? What does Krishna say? Patram pushpam phalam toyam. You may bhaktya prayachati. Give it to him and then honor it. Okay. And also there's one third angle to it that Prabhupada explains, that let's say somebody is stealing and they steal diamond from someone's locker. That is punishable. Right? Punishment is there. And the other person is stealing a cucumber from the garden of a person. That is also punishable. But the intensity of punishment is going to be different for the two, right?
Yes.
So if someone is actually killing a living entity of a higher consciousness, then that animal which is more alive, which we will study in 13th chapter, Annamaya, Pranamaya, Kosha, then that is more sinful. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
NS Pradhan.
Can I add something, Mataji?
Yes, Prabhu. Yes, Prabhu.
Yeah. Regarding this, I think every day this question comes, whether meat eating good or not good. I think what is you rightly told, whatever we eat, that same consciousness we imbibe into our body. So to go to the higher form, or to go into the higher consciousness, we have to make our body very progressive, so that it can, when the higher divine consciousness comes, it should be in a position to hold it. So going, when we will read in that our coming chapters, the three gunas, Sattva, Raja and Tama, to have the sattvic quality, I think becoming non-vegetarian is, becoming vegetarian is very important. And unless we become sattvic, having sattvic quality, then our transformation into the transcendental form, the transcendental knowledge is impossible. So whoever into the divine self-realization, they have to be in the sattvic consciousness for some time. And that is why the meat eating is prohibited once we want to progress in that way. If we don't want to progress in that way, whatever life we are leading, we can lead in that way. But once we think that we have to go into the Krishna consciousness, we want self-realization, we want to see the Golok Dham, and all these things comes into the mind. And once we get into the habit of chanting Krishna's name and all, then I think becoming sattvic is very important. And one of the sattvic modalities of food which we will be discussing is to having the vegetarian food, complete vegetarian food. And that's why the meat eating is prohibited. But if somebody do not want to go into that stage, somebody wants to stay in the tamasic stage or in the rajasic stage, if they are eating, but they will be in that stage. But the whole purpose of getting into these discussions, we want to go into the higher stage. That's why that is repeatedly told to get into not to meat eating and all.
Thank you, Dr. Bari. Yes, Paradhaman Prabhu, Parandhamam Prabhu. Mataji, Kalavati Mataji, Sita Mataji, you're back.
I'm
Yes,
back.
Mataji.
Yeah.
Okay. Any questions left unanswered?
No, Mataji.
Yes, Sita
Hare
Mataji.
Krishna Mataji. I think Rajni Mataji was just, I was wrapping up answering the question about how is charity not like a devotional service. And I think what I was going to wrap up by saying is charity in itself is good, but when we devote the intent behind it, not saying that I'm doing charity because it was my child's birthday and I want goodwill to happen to him, but I'm doing charity because I want to, just offer my services to Krishna. That is what will lead us to whether it is the intent behind this is what matters, not not the activity itself.
Very nice. Mataji, and then chapter 17, we will study charity in the mode of good ignorance, mode of passion, and mode of goodness, how it looks like. Yes. Kalavati Mataji, can I request you to stay for 5-10 more minutes? I need to leave. Is it possible for you, Mataji?
No, Mataji, even I am.
You have to leave?
Yeah, I have.
Okay, so I'll take the last question. Bharati Mataji, please go ahead.
Hare Mataji, Hare Krishna Mataji. Okay, I wanted to ask was whenever we cook anything, we offer Krishna and then we should eat, is what is told. But then if we put garlic and ginger, can we offer that? Garlic and all. And how long can we keep the Nevedya?
How long can, so the answer is no for garlic and ginger. I'm sorry, ginger is fine. Garlic and onion. See, there are modes everywhere. Mode of goodness, mode of passion, mode of ignorance are everywhere. They're everywhere. Every living entity is in one of the three modes, right? Even the vegetables are in that mode. So more garlic and onion are the food in the mode of ignorance, tamaguna. So they increase it, and Krishna doesn't like it. So we don't offer. So actually, really, the strict policy is we don't eat what Krishna doesn't like, because my goal of life is to love Krishna. But if someone is not able to get to that platform yet directly, then you need to take out the food for offering before you mix all those things in your food. Okay. Where are you? Bharati Mataji, where are you? Here. Mataji, you can unmute yourself.
Yes.
Okay, so that's a practical application of what I'm telling. Ultimately, give up, because our goal is to fall in love with Krishna. But if you're taking time, that's fine. Then be realistic. Okay, and for how long you can keep the offering? So it's different for temple and home. For home, I put the offering bhoga prayers in 5th chapter Bhagavad Gita in Teachable. You have the prayers. You can offer that at least 5 minutes or so. The plate should be left in front of the deities.
Okay, only 5 minutes is fine, huh? Okay.
Yeah,
I used to leave for 24 hours
in
actually.
temple, the rules are different. In the home, yes.
Yeah, because I used to leave in the morning and take it next day morning. So I wanted to ask.
And what are you having? Because when we offer the bhoga, we bring it back to the kitchen and we mix that bhoga in the original bigger pot. So everybody gets the prasadam.
I eat the next day. I used to eat the next day.
Okay, then that's okay. Now don't do. Okay, I really have to leave. Sumedha Mataji, Rajni, Rajan Mataji, and Arnav, please ask tomorrow or day after. Day after, I will be able to sit longer. I'm
Two
sorry.
more questions, Mataji, in the chat I answered. Can you review later? Group 1.
What is it? What is the question?
No, you can, I replied to them. You can review it whether it is correct or wrong later, Mataji, in the chat.
Oh, in WhatsApp? Okay, fine.
WhatsApp,
Okay.
yes.
Thank
Group
you,
1.
everyone. Okay, thank you.